Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is
rude.
happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements, some things that might be uncomfortable, death,
sex, violence, drug use,
heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink, and talk about anime. My name is Stephanie.
And I'm Hannah.
We are so excited to be here. We haven't been together in a while.
Yeah.
Us together, Hannah and I haven't been together talking about anime in a while.
Yeah, like you guys won't notice the difference, but for us, there is quite a gap.
The gappiest of gaps.
Yeah, we're a little rusty, but maybe we'll be good.
I think it's going to be great, you guys.
It's going to be fantastic.
We are talking about episode 3 of Inuyasha.
Yes,
nailed it. I killed it. I said it correct.
You're going to be so fluent in Japanese names after this.
So this episode is Down the Rabbit Hole and Back Again. So really quickly, before we talk about the back again part, what we've been drinking prior to this was mostly a shit ton of Hypnotic with some lime juice. Mm-hmm. We are now drinking a shit ton of vodka.
Yes.
With a little bit of grenadine.
It's exactly how we like it.
So here we are. We are now starting our third drink. But we are on our first episode of the night. So
yeah, we have gotten nice and toasty for
We're
everyone.
just going to see where the wind takes us with episode 3. Down the Rabbit Hole and Back Again of Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Synopsis. With the Shikon Jewel shattered, each shard has the ability to enhance the power of a yokai. Inuyasha fumes at the thought of having to collect the shattered pieces of this Shikon Jewel. Kagome soon falls into the Bone Eater's Well after being raided by Yura, who steals a shard of the Shikon Jewel from Kagome. Meanwhile, Inuyasha must face the human marionettes controlled by Yura, but he flees due to Kaede's
Yes,
brutal injury. That is the synopsis that I have from
very short, but
from wikis. Mm-hmm. We will have a lot more detail to go into it for you guys.
We are going to break it down for everyone, so it's going to be fine. Yeah, so this episode, we kind of start off with Kagome just like naked as a baby.
Naked as we come.
In a river area,
Yeah,
like really.
it was kind of like in a little secluded crevasse.
Yeah, a crevasse for
It was in
sure.
a little crevice area.
There was some cliff facage.
Right.
Like,
It
and they
kind
were
of
in the
felt like
ravine.
she was encapsulated. It
Yeah.
seemed like from the context that Kagome thought she was there alone
Yeah.
with just Kaede.
Yes, yeah. Little girl's time, and like
Yeah.
she's in the water because she's like, I'm a stinky
I'm
bitch.
dirty. I'm gross. I haven't washed my hair in 2 days.
I'm caked in blood and dirt because of all of the things we have previously gone through.
Hate the dirt and blood.
Same, girl. I get it. Like, it's exhausting. So she's like, I need to be a clean girl.
And I gotta take a bath. I gotta get me a
do
bath.
that. Even if it's freezing ass water. She was diving in there. She was taking a swim.
Because the diving and just aimlessly swimming
It
in a
helps.
crevasse
Yeah.
is really what's going to clean you off as
Yeah.
opposed to scrubbing your body.
In all that fish water.
I feel like if she was actually cold, she could have just sat like on the side of the water and unearthed like an appendage at a time
Go on.
and cleaned a specific
Oh, yeah.
appendage at a time.
Yeah, like an elbow.
But instead, she was like, no.
I must just
Yeah.
dunk myself.
I'm just going to go balls deep here.
She
I'm
really
just going to
did.
strip butt ass naked,
As you do.
get into this water crevasse.
I mean, how else do people in the... I can't even remember what era she's supposed to be in, like Edo?
I don't know, but tell us. If
Meiji
you've ever
area.
bathed in a crevasse, we want to know.
Have you ever bathed your crevasse, is what we want to know.
Have you bathed your crevasse in a crevasse?
Like, truly some crevasse on crevasse time. Let
While
us know.
while an old pirate lady watches you. But it's
Lady
not
Ray.
weird because
It's not.
she's like the grandmotherly type.
Yeah, so like there's no weird
Kaede
feelings.
is pirately, but only because she looks like Pirate Ray from Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
she
that's
looks
really
like
what it
old
is.
ass Ray from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that is what
Who's a pirate.
Ray from Sailor Moon would look like in her old age, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so Kagome is just nakedly
Swimming.
swimming, trying to not catch an eel.
Like, I don't even know how much we could detail the fact that she is very naked and very wet at this moment.
Minus the fact that Inuyasha is then
Like,
just hovering. He's
Taking a
just
peek.
he's just hanging out.
he's just peeping. Like
He's
a
just
Tom
in the
that he
area.
is.
He's in the area.
Yeah, just conveniently in the area, chilling on a tree at first, like as the cool dog that he is, just sitting there, looking over yonder at Kagome, who's
Yeah,
just
he doesn't
doing
really be
his thing.
seeming to pay too much attention. He's more
too
just kind of
much.
like, this is TV background noise. It's kind of
Yeah.
like his attitude. Like, he's kind of like
Like-
has half an eye closed.
Yeah,
Maybe a
he's-
little paying attention.
He's not like fully like, wow, this is a great time to be drooling over like some chick that looks like my ex.
Yeah, he really doesn't seem like
that.
sexually aroused
Yeah,
or
no.
even like in a way where he's trying to be a horn dog. He's really just like really legitimately just observing. Like,
Yeah.
she's taking a bath.
Cool.
How interesting.
Yeah. Like really there's
That's pretty much it.
no real full thoughts behind his eye. Probably if he is thinking about something, he's just like, I want to get the rest of the Shikon Jewel back.
Right.
You know, like, and this motherfucker over here is the one that broke it. Like, how dare she?
Kind of like how you passively watch a thing happening, but you're not actively watching the thing happening.
You're still in your brain.
Yeah, you're like staring at the TV screen, but you're off in a different world.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was Inuyasha at this point.
Yes.
Is he watching naked Kagome swimming around? Yes. But the feeling that we get from it is like he wasn't spying, peeping on her. He was more just like, oh, she's moving around, so my eye is drawn to this, but I'm not specifically thinking about her being naked.
Yeah,
I'm still mulling over other things in my head, which are much more important. But of course, Kagome is like, oh, hell no.
How dare he?
I saw you. Your head, your eyes, your retinas were on me. And
burning through my soul.
I cannot. No. And so she like necklaces him real fast. So that his necklace pulls him down. And under her control.
I know. And she finally is like yelling at him from behind a bush as she's like getting dressed in the only garb that they have in the village, which is another extra like wardrobe for the shrine priestess.
Shrine maiden, yes.
And so she's like putting that on and like yelling at Inuyasha like, how dare you, blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm not even thinking about that, I'm just like thinking about something else. And Kaede's like, what, like taking the Shikon Jewel? And he's like, exactly.
It's me, Waluigi. That's how I feel.
And Kaede's just like, listen, you can't see the Shikon Jewel shards, whereas Kagome can. And Kagome can't fight anyone that you might have to come up against to get the Shikon Jewel
because she's a weak-ass bitch.
Weak-ass human bitch.
She got powers that you can't comprehend. But, like, she got no physical strength.
Yeah, she's a weak-ass bitch.
She's only there for the visual.
And so, you two need to work as a team.
And both of them are like, no, fuck this
shit.
No, we're not here for it. Disrespect your elders. Disrespect you. Disrespect your cow. Like, this is what they're like, which is, I mean, it's to be expected.
Sure.
It's episode 3.
Yeah, we're still getting
They
used
both
to each
still
other.
hate each other. They're
much.
not hanging out. They're not friends.
They're not here for that. And so Kaede's like, listen, this is the only opportunity. You guys need to work together. And that's that. And they're like, blah, blah, nah. And
that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was pretty accurate.
That was pretty much it for that scene.
Yeah, and they're like, you know, Kagome is trying to like do the teen girl thing of like, you only want me around because I can see the Shikon Jewel shards. And, like, you treat me the worst. And he's like, hey, you.
I feel like I'm watching the anime again, Hannah.
I know, I do it so accurately. I'm sorry.
It's perfect. You nailed it. And then he was like, what? Tell me what he was like. I'm going to close my eyes. Do it.
And he was like, hey, you, don't be talking like that. and she's like, I'm not, hey, you, I'm Kagome. I have a name. I forgot
about that. I didn't put that down, but I remember that. She's like, this is my name.
I'm not you. I'm Kagome.
Is that the point where she backed up into the well?
No, not yet. Not yet. She's
okay,
at this
I'm
point,
jumping ahead.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a hot second.
Just his hair.
I see what you did there. So she, at this point, starts threatening Inuyasha, like, I'm gonna go home. Like, fuck this noise. I'm done. I'm gonna go back to the modern world.
Fuck
like,
you.
Fuck you. Fuck this. I'm out, bitches.
Fair.
And he's like,
okay, bye.
Hey, just give me the Shikon Jewel shard. And she's like, what, you mean this? Nah, bruh. I'm taking this with me. Like, go fuck yourself. And
also equally fair. I don't know whose side I'm on right now.
That's the thing. It's all mutual. Like, we are.
I was gonna say, like, I don't
like.
care.
I get both sides.
I'm on Pirate Ray's side. I'm just here
She's too old for this shit, and she just wants some.
Kaede, that's my homegirl. Like, I'm here for you.
Yes, like, we understand, girl. She's just like, I'm too old for this fucking shit.
Fuck you. I'm gonna go home.
Like, yeah,
Inuyasha's kind of like, okay.
Oh, wait, no, like, Kaede gets pulled away. This is part of the plot. Like,
encounters demonic sleeping girl. Is that it?
Well,
that was my note.
Close. Okay, that's fair. But, like, while they're on the riverbed of the crevasse, a villager woman with a baby on her back comes up to them and she's like, Kaede, my daughter collapsed. I need your help. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Something happened. Like, come see her. Because, you know, as Kaede's job is priestess, and so that means she's supposed to, you know, help and heal.
Yeah. Or prayers.
Yeah, with prayers or whatever she can do.
I don't remember that. I was mostly eating potato chips. Also, guys.
And writing notes.
What is your favorite potato chip?
We do need
flavor.
Flavor, yes.
Hannah asked me mine and then laughed when I rattled off 6 different flavors.
I really did, because I was like, I thought there'd be like maybe a top 1 or 2, and you're just like, here's all of them.
Here's literally all the potato chip flavors you can ever get. Those are all my favorites.
Yeah, so like,
no rhyme or reason.
Sound them off. We'd love to know.
So I think maybe that's why I missed that particular note, because I'm like, pretty sure that was out the potato chip thing.
You were furiously writing notes as well, but
that was when she got led to demonic sleeping girl, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I picked up on some of that, but I was mostly
sure.
potato chipping. Because them wavy chips, you guys,
with the flavors,
mostly with the flavors, but also like. Nobody's going to hate on a good original. Like,
no.
If they're wavy, they're wavy because it's mostly salt and oil and fat. Oil is fat.
And
mostly salt and fat.
That's all you really need in life.
It's good potato.
Is crispy potato and salt. Like, just.
So I was a little distracted, but I'm here.
She was having a moment with potato chips, and I was like, oh yes, this episode.
It's very kind of you to agree with me. As our anime can proclaim that you always know what's happening next, and I do not.
I mean,
I skip random points for food. Okay.
I mean, fair.
This is not my fault.
And like, to be honest, I have also been like, oh my gosh, I have blanked on what happens next. Stephanie, please help me. And you come in with the notes.
My notes.
You come in with the notes and save my fucking ass. When my brain has just ADHD'd itself into oblivion.
We may have skipped a part here or there, but my notes have always got us.
We have come back onto the main path from our bunny trails. So,
encounters demonic sleeping girl.
Yes.
Who was daughter of the girl, of the woman who came running in.
Yes.
Like, help me, my daughter. Yeah.
And, you know, like, the thing, like...
I don't know what language that is, but okay.
Well, like, okay.
My daughter. It's like half Italian, half... My daughter.
It's me.
Your daughter needs the help. No.
Princess Peach.
I agree. She needs the help.
And let me help you with some spaghetti.
Yeah, that would help me.
Same.
Or potato chips.
Oh, gnocchi, which would be the best
potato
of both worlds.
pasta.
Yes, queen. Some nice like butter and sage and garlic sauce.
I've never had gnocchi.
We should do that. We should make some gnocchi.
We should.
Let's do it. Just a fucking random night. We'll
do
it. It's fine. I got you, fam. It's like a potato. You boil it and mash it.
I have a potato.
Okay. Like, and we boil it. We mash it. Then we throw some flour. We mix it. Make a dough. And really, that's really what it is.
Okay.
And then you like cut little pillows out of it.
That sounds like a lot of work, but I'm here for it. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
Yeah,
okay.
Same. Anyways, okay, we're
gonna make potato pasta. Potato pasta.
That's besides the point. So, okay,
Coyote encounters
Coyote.
demonic sleeping girl.
And they're like, oh, this is weird. She just collapsed. They're like trying to investigate. She has her pot of like medicine when she's going into the hut. And then like Coyote notices like, oh, something is amiss here. And then she's able, because she's a priestess,
Yes.
to kind of see these like long like strings. And she's like, oh, that looks like hair.
Right, all throughout the air, like everywhere.
Like,
in the
everywhere.
atmosphere surrounding them.
Yeah. And she's like, that's a little sus. And then all of a sudden, like, the daughter, like, wakes up, but she's, like, still clearly sleeping. Or, like, at this point, you kind of think, oh, shit, that's a corpse. But, like, she, like, like, gets up, like, this girl gets up from her, like, sleeping position and is just floating in the air. And the mom's just like, oh, she moved. Like, so, like, unfazed that her daughter is floating in the fucking air like a possession.
I like to think that was a translation issue. Which,
Okay,
after we
that's
learn
fair.
Japanese...
We're gonna notice that shit so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good to do.
It really
once
would.
we learn Japanese, we rewatch this.
Oh, shit.
And then
like,
see the differences.
yeah, that would be cool.
Because I feel like it's not always just the words you say, but the way you're saying
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
it. Like, versus being like, oh, that's a corpse.
That's
that just
happening.
arose out of nowhere. Versus being like, Egad! Dost thou seest the corpse
deadest
hath
daughter
risen from the grave. Do you know what I mean?
Ichidakimasu.
It's
don't
very
know.
delicious. I hope not. No. I hope
You know
not.
what? If this was veered toward cannibals, it would make so much more sense.
Gomenasai. We're very sorry. We don't mean it. We're not eating people.
Kinda mean it. It's fine. Anyways, back on topic.
The context, the tone is
Yes.
saying a lot.
Absolutely.
And what we're not picking up on when we just watch the dub is the tone, maybe.
Yeah, because I feel
Because
like...
maybe the words are right. We don't
Sure.
even know. We can't even guarantee that
We
the
can't.
words are the correct translation. But the tone doesn't seem right for
Yeah.
what would be occurring in this scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, potentially with an anime, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Which we're still saying maybe. But there's a likelihood that there's not. That we're just
Yeah.
missing.
Mm-hmm.
So she just over here like, oh.
She moved.
A matter of fact, a thing happened.
Which, like, if I was a mom to, like, any sort of child, no matter the age, and I just saw their body start levitating into the air.
You're a
I
dog
would not
mom.
just
You would
be-
still be freaking the
Yeah,
fuck out.
absolutely. Yeah, I'd be like, oh shit, my dog is floating in the fucking air.
You wouldn't be like, dogs do that.
yeah, just
They
this is
just be doing that
They be doing that when, you know, like they pitch a fever.
out of nowhere.
This is just what happens.
Cash. Dog ownership, mom life. Hashtag.
Just gotta gram that real fast.
Yeah, no, so clearly doesn't seem like a thing.
Clearly problems. And then we cut from that scene in the
Yes.
midst of that craziness.
Yes.
We go back to the two fighting couple, not couple. And Kagome's just like, I'm going home. And she wanders off to the well.
I just can't. I just
can't.
I'm not being appreciated. Nobody loves me the way I need to be loved as a woman.
Like, I need to be validated for
Heard.
my teen choices.
So she gets right up. She finds it. She finds the
finds
spot.
it.
She finds
Yeah.
the well. And then she's basically like hugging it.
Yeah.
Not basically like she is. She's like all over that shit. She's like, this is it. I found it.
I found my well.
Like,
Yeah, she's about to make
my
out with
lover. I can't believe I found you. You're where I came from. Like, reminiscent of, like, where she was given birth from. Like,
Yeah, this is
it. This is my thing. This is where I'm meant to be. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave.
I'm finally gonna go home because that half-demon boyo is not treating me right.
But she's not actually doing a thing yet besides proclaiming it.
Yeah, she's just like typical anime fashion.
She's just all the words. Just I'm going. I'm leaving.
What she threatens.
Can't.
It's almost like an empty threat in a sense.
It really, I feel like it was.
And like that's such like an anime trope. It's not like, okay, I'm like, here's the thing, I'm gonna do it, and they do it. It's like, I'm gonna threaten the thing, and then I'm gonna linger around the thing to see if something happens. And like, naturally, like, that's a trope because you can't just like have the main character be like, okay, I'm done, and then be done, and then like literally that's just like the end of the anime, right? So anyway, she lingers there, and that's when we like really get to see our villain, or I don't know what you would want to call her.
I called her in my notes, sexy hair promiscuous lady.
Fair, very fucking accurate.
I don't know what her name was.
Yeah, until
this is how I have identified her in my notes.
Oh, okay.
Sexy haired promiscuous lady.
So close.
I don't even know if she's promiscuous. I'm just basing it.
With the outfit that she's wearing, it's kind of like she knows how to have a good time.
She does. And I'm not saying I have a problem with that.
No, absolutely not. I'm
just saying, good for you.
If I had her body, I would be doing the same thing.
I'm using promiscuous in the best possible tense of like, I'm jealous.
Let's see.
These are my notes.
Like, honestly, like, no hate towards her because, I just want to be her.
Also, she had the sexy hair. That was also part of my notes. Sexy haired, promiscuous lady.
Dank, short bob thing.
She got the short bob. She's got the look. You feel like she could do a little, hey, boys. And, like she would know, and it would be amazing.
She looks like she stepped out of the musical Chicago, but, in Edo area time stuff. You're just like, I get it. She can murder whoever she wants.
She's queen.
Like, she's got it. She's got it,
girl. Yeah, and then over here, Kagome's just like, I'm just gonna return. I can't. I should just go back. This is where it came from. All the people who love me. Everybody. My brother. My grandfather. I can't.
Mom, I guess.
I should go. I should.
And then, and her name, our boss-ass bitch that stepped out of Chicago musical. Her...
Sexy lady promiscuous.
Sexy lady. Her real name is Yura.
Oh.
Yura of the hair.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, she announces that because Kagome's like, who are you? And
she wasn't like sexy promiscuous lady,
like a lady that's gonna change my sexuality right now.
She was over here like stating her actual name. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm Yura of the hair.
Understood.
Which, like, all right.
That makes sense. Checks out. She does.
Checks out.
She do got some hair.
She do be using hair as her weapon.
Yeah.
Which, like, girl, I want to know how you make hair that sharp because give me tips. Give me tips,
Okay,
girl.
guys, just wait. I'm going to make Hannah watch that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait.
Oh, gosh. Now I'm curious. There's a tie-in here?
There's a tie-in here?
Go on.
It's going to be a minute till we get there.
Okay, but I know. That's fair.
For the hair.
But, okay. I'm here for it. I love me some hair tips.
So anyways, sexy lady promiscuousness Yura is just over here hairing things up.
Yeah, she's like,
there's a hair there, there's a hair there, there's hair everywhere.
You can't escape me, baby.
It's a spider web of hairs.
Yeah, she is just a hairy bitch.
Kagome tries to do a thing that I can't quite identify.
It's like Be helpless.
And then one of the hairs cuts her cheek.
Yeah.
And then she falls backwards into said well that she kept threatening she was going to go into, but didn't actually go into.
And another part before that, which is very crucial.
Okay, great.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, great. Because this is all I remember, so great.
Fair. Okay. So before Kagome falls ass backwards into the well.
Yeah.
Like, Yura of the hair uses her little hair strands and grabs the little purse that has the Shikon Jewel in it.
Yes.
And she's like, this is mine. And I guess Yura thought, like, the Shikon Jewel was whole. So she grabs the little tiny purse, like little coin purse.
Thinking it's
the whole ass jewel. And she opens it up and she's like, it's a shard. And she's like, oh, you naughty girl, you broke the jewel. Mm-hmm. And Kagome's like, blah, blah, blah. And then she like falls backwards.
Versus us, we'd be like, call me a naughty girl. Yeah. Do it, daddy.
Daddy Yura of the hair with the boobs and the body and the... so sorry, I need to compose myself. That was too much for me.
Seriously, get it together, Hannah.
I'm so sorry. Like, I am devolving as a human. So that's when Kagome falls backwards after all of that. And Yura's just like... oh, hold on. You dare to escape me? And she, like, flings down a katana, like, trying to stab Kagome. Mm-hmm. And it goes down the well with Kagome. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, oh, like, there's no result of anything like that? That's weird. Pulls up the katana and she's like, I don't even know what happened. She's befuddled. But that doesn't matter.
Good word.
But... thank you. But Yura of the hair, as she's doing that, is also starting to get control of a lot of the villagers that have now surrounded not only Kaede, but Inuyasha. And all of these, like, marionettes, basically, are surrounding both of them and holding, like, scythes and sickles and whatever sort of sharp knife that they can get. And Kaede is just constantly like, Inuyasha, the hair! And Inuyasha's like fucking ignoring her. And like, just, what hair? Ugh. Like,
Kaede was kind of a weird character.
Yeah.
Just because she kept appearing, but not in a meaningful way.
Not at all.
She kept appearing. She had meaningful information to impart.
Yes.
But it was always done in such a strange way.
It's because she's
that
a
it felt like
lady.
The anime was like, we don't know what to do with this. Let's just have a scene of Inuyasha trying to bury Kagome alive. Kaede alive.
Oh, that's like after that moment.
But they were always weird moments.
Yeah.
Where I felt like her character could have done a lot, and the things that she said were impactful. They meant a lot. But the anime always took it in such a weird way.
Fair. Because, like, I feel like...
that made it not impactful for anyone.
Because I feel
including the viewer.
I feel like, okay, you're onto something here. Because...
yes. Nailed it, you guys. Hannah's happy with me.
Like, I've never been happy with you. What? Come on. No, like... you have a point, though. Because as, like... I guess you could say a typical anime trope, right? Is that the older the character is, the more power they might have, the more influence they might have, the more whatever,
Potentially,
right?
within reason.
Potentially. Well, I mean, honestly, when it comes to anime, there really is no reason. Like, you look at Dragon Ball Z, the oldest guy of, like, 80-something, 90-something, like, can turn into the buffest bro dude that could, like, kick you in the face.
Never seen a single episode of that. I have
It's
no
fine.
idea.
You don't really need to.
Okay.
But that's just an example, you know, like, you have Bleach, whereas that's another one where, I know these are all, like, more shonen type animes. But the main thing is that, so you have this OP person, this older person who is, like, pretty, like, their whole life is being a priestess, right? And so you
That's
think
all they know.
in an anime that they would be able to, like, do whatever they can to fend off the current danger, but, like, that is not the case in Inuyasha at all. Kaede is still a very weak human. Like, she can barely do whatever it is that her purpose is. So
I thought her purpose was only to exist.
You would
AKA,
think.
she's fucking nailing it.
But barely nailing it, because, like, half the time she's getting, like, injured one way or another. And so she's, like...
Just plot armor.
I guess so. But, so you have Inuyasha there, like, trying to fight all of these, like, unconscious, like, humans from the village, and Kaede's just there, like, the hair! Not, like, explaining anything at all, like,
That is meaningful. No.
That is meaningful. Not going into the hair. No, I see hairs around these people's arms and ligaments and stuff, and, you know, they're basically puppets to someone else that's controlling them. You need to avoid the hair because they're sharpie sharp. You know, like, nothing of the sort. She's the hair, Inuyasha, the hair.
We have to figure that out.
Yeah, and it's, like, fucking exhausting. Like, just shut up, old lady, if you have nothing meaningful to add to this. And finally, like, that's when Yura of the hair decides to wrap her string hair around Inuyasha himself and, like, capture him. And he's like, ooh, I'm stuck. And Yura is just like, oh, I want his hair as mine, because she's Yura of the hair. She's a collector of hair. That's her hobby. She likes combing the hair that she has obtained from dead people and
he had the
enemies
interesting silver hair.
He does. He does have that dank main character silver hair. You know, which, like, fair. I'd be like, you know what? I want that hair too. Give me a wig out of that. So I get it. Like, fair, girl. I get it. And eventually Yura gets Inuyasha, like, against a tree, and Inuyasha's, like, struggling to, like, break free from these hairs. And eventually he does. And he's like, man, I felt like I was almost a goner. And Kaede's like, well, you know, you would have been had you not been special. You know? And it's, like, more or less referring to the fact that he's half demon as well as half human. So it's kind of like, you're lucky you're half demon, because if you were full human, you would not have survived this, which, fair. Like, his head would have been taken clean off. And Yura's just like, oh, dang, the hair went slack, which means it wasn't a clean cut, which she really was trying to take Inuyasha's head off so she could have the hair. Heard. Valid, girl. And in the meantime, Kagome wakes up at the bottom of the well. And she's like, oh, where am I? Oh, I'm at the bottom of the well.
And I hear Sota
and
my grandpa.
And they're talking, like, Sota and Grandpa.
They're talking about me as if it was a joke that I fell down this well.
Like, Grandpa's
and nobody believes my 4-year-old brother.
Right. He's just
Shocker.
like...
Yeah, he really was ghost storying it up.
And Grandpa's like, we have been down here to the sacred well like 12 different times. What makes you think, like, we're going to find Kagome here again? Like,
right.
Literally, Kagome is a missing child in the modern world, and they're just casually talking about it like they're trying to find the stray cat that's been coming around for a week and then disappeared, right? So, like... They're looking around, and finally Grandpa shines a light down the well, and it's they see Kagome, and they're finally reunited. And as soon as Kagome is out of the well, she is in Grandpa's arms and starts bawling like a bitch baby, and is just like, I was so scared. And Grandpa's like, there, child. And then Sota...
not even concerned. He's just like, 'tis all right.
'Tis all right, my darling granddaughter. And Sota is the only one...
Thou dost freaketh out.
Like, being hella real, and is like, where'd you get those old clothes from? Like,
as them young children do.
Yeah, like, spun the thing. And literally, that is more or less where we end.
Kagome takes a nice bath and is like, soap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, soap,
shampoo.
In her matcha green bath water, as one does. I assume it's herbal water because,
Right. I had 2 last points.
Yes.
Inuyasha digs a grave for Pyro Ray.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So that was the
wounded.
ending scene that we saw for them that closed this episode out.
Yeah.
And Kagome washes her hair in green bath water.
Yeah.
That we speculate is herbs or green tea or matcha.
Both, all of the above. But yeah, like, one thing I want to say, because to me it's such a funny scene between Inuyasha and Kaede when she ends up, because she's injured from all of what happened, she has a shoulder injury, there's blood there on her clothes, and she ends up kind of passing out or whatever. And so Inuyasha decides to, dig a shallow grave. And he's
shallow grave.
It really is shallow. And
it's so shallow.
And
he's like, you're not really
good enough. He's like, that's good enough. And, puts her in there and starts, covering her with dirt. And she's
still breathing.
She's still breathing. And she opens her eye. And she's like, Inuyasha, I not be dead. I am but resting. And he's like, oh, well, resting, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I guess I'm just going to come back and get you later. And then she was like, are you going to forget where I am?
Don't forget me. It is, such a stupid-ass scene.
It is.
But
that's why
so
I feel
funny.
like maybe we missed some parts in translation.
Oh, no.
We won't know until we rewatch
I almost feel like this is just it. He is just a half-demon dog who's like, I'll bury the body, digs a half-assed grave, and is just close enough, throws her in there, and she's just like, I be but resting, because she talks in this weird ye old language voice.
It's true.
For the
true.
English dub.
It's true.
And and she's just like, Inuyasha, I was but resting. And he's like, meh. Then rest there and pretend like I'm protecting you or whatever as I throw dirt and leaves on you. And he's like, I'll just come back for you later when you're done resting. And she's like, okay, but don't forget. Don't forget, ye old priestess. And he's like, yeah, whatever,
ever.
old lady. Just fucking leaves her.
It's like, bye.
Bye. It is the funniest thing. I don't know. It's great.
It really was like that.
It really was. But yeah.
Okay, stay tuned for episode 4 where we can hopefully come full circle on this part of ye old resting.
Yeah, hopefully, like, Kaede gets rescued. Kagome stops being a pussy in the modern world and goes back to the ancient times, because that's where all the hot demon guys are. So, you know.
Heard.
Baka,
bye.